Hello, my name is Phil Henning of Demand Technology Software. Welcome to an overview of the installation of Performance Sentry VM. We're going to install to a Windows Server 2008 machine that will connect to this ESX server located at IP address 192.168.74.128. We will need that IP address when prompted by the installation routine. I've remoted into a Windows Server 2008 machine where I have already downloaded and unzipped the installation files from Demand Technology Software. We will begin by launching the PSVM install application, which stands for Performance Sentry VM Install. We'll key in our username. By default, files will go to Program Files Performance Sentry VM. We'll accept that default and click Next, where we'll enter the IP address of the ESX server to which we want to connect. We'll use the default username of root, which in 3.5 by default has no password assigned to it. We'll go ahead and click Next. And we're now ready to install files and connect to the ESX server. So at installation, files are being installed to Performance Sentry VM folder. A load counter is being run to load the counters into Performance Sentry. The Sentry VM service is started and connects to the ESX host of the IP address that we keyed in. The performance metrics are being brought back and presented to Perfmon. You'll note that the last screen of the setup allows you to launch Performance Monitor. We'll go ahead and accept that default, where the Reliability and Performance Monitor will be launched. We'll double click on Performance Monitor, and we'll go ahead and add counters from the VMware prefixed objects. We'll scroll down where we see the VMware guest aggregate object. We'll go ahead and expand that and select the CPU usage. We'll add that to the list. Scroll down a little bit further where we see the host metrics, and we'll choose CPU percentage from that object. And scroll a little bit further, and we'll take a look at the VMware host object where we see the instances of two processors. We'll go ahead and choose CPU utilization or percentage for those counters. Click OK. Now, because we've chosen several different counters, the chart is going to look rather complicated. It's much easier to go ahead and look at that in report form, where we will see the VMware guest aggregate CPU usage counter for our Windows Server 2008 guest, and the host aggregate counter CPU usage, as well as the individual CPU utilizations under host CPU. Thank you for viewing this video and for your interest in Performance Sentry VM.